y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Remi J. If you're new to the channel, welcome. As y'all can see by the title, today I will be talking about things to consider before becoming a student in Kleve, or just in general if you're trying to study in Germany. So if you're interested, make sure to stay tuned because I will be dropping some gems, I will be dropping some bombs, and I'm sure that they will, help you and get you started in your search or whatever the case may be. So at this point, I also want to remind those of you who are interested in applying to Rhine-Waal that the application period is open. So at this point, get into the application process. If you don't know how to do that, I will leave my link to my video here or here. Sorry, you guys. And you guys can see how to apply. If you don't know how to go about it, then I tell you the basic steps in the video on how to apply. The deadline is July 15th, so the earlier the better. Just get to it. So with that being said, now we're going to go into the 5 points that I have for you to consider before becoming a student. And obviously there are more little stuff to consider, but I would say these are my 5 main points that came to mind. So again, with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first point to consider is the cost of living. Before you go anywhere, you want to consider the cost of living so you know like how to plan it, whatever the case may be. I know for international students you have the blocked account anyway, so it's like you're already coming with a sum of money, but just so you know approximately the cost of living. If I look at my monthly cost, I would say for my basic needs, so talking of rent, insurance, radio bill, talking of groceries, talking of laundry, then I would say I'm in the range of 550 euros and 600 euros. According to websites and pages that I've seen, it's roughly the average, I think, between 800 euros and 850 euros. Now, of course, all of these costs, depending on what you go for, your extra activities that you do, if you go out to restaurants, all that will be added into that, of course. So for this next point, I am sure that most people in Germany, including myself, hate this part the most, but it is mandatory for every or almost every household in Germany to pay a broadcasting fee. Even if you don't have a radio, even if you don't have a TV, even if you don't listen to these things, you still have to pay the mandatory fee. And this is done every quarter of the year. So one important thing to keep in mind here is that starting from 2022, I think they send out only one request for payment for the entire calendar year and tell you how much you have to pay and the months you have to pay by. So February 15th, May 15th, August 15th, and November 15th. By these dates, you have to pay the radio bill. And if you fail to comply, if you fail to pay and just keep slacking on it, then I think there is a fine of 8 euros that you have to pay. And if it keeps going on and going on, then of course there will be additional costs. And I don't think there is a warning. So keep this in mind, y'all. In German, they would say Augen zu und durch, for real. But also, if you want to be on the safer side, you can also fill out a SEPA direct mandate. So basically, you're just giving them authority to withdraw money at the time that it's due. So that way you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, do I have to pay now? Do I have to pay now? Did I miss it? They would just take it out. So, or you can choose to pay it by yourself on these dates. I leave the link in my description so you guys can see how it works with single apartment, shared apartment, because I think it's like you split it within the group but only one person pays. So the third point we want to get to is job opportunity. So a lot of people always ask me like, how is the job opportunity in Kleve, how is it looking? So when it comes to Germany as a whole has a high employment rate. So anywhere you look, you will find a job. It's just a matter of what is the job. So if you're looking for a job, you're most likely to get one. Though Kleve has a slight opportunity of jobs, there are cities around that give you a lot of opportunities, and with our semester tickets, it takes you there for free. So that would be one cost you don't have to worry about, is transportation fee, because the ticket takes you around. And most of my international friends or international students that I know, they all have a job. So it would just be a matter of time and what kind of job it is, and it depends. And also, I know somebody also asked me in the comments, if the English is enough. So with the English, you can get these part-time jobs that I'm about to mention to you. But of course, if you have German skills, then that would be a plus for you. There's this website where it tells you like everything about part-time jobs and jobs for international students. So I'm just going to go on there and I'm going to read to you guys a few of the job opportunities that you do have, so you kind of know in which area that this is possible for you. So amongst jobs that a student can do on campus are admin related jobs, academic assistants, research assistants, library jobs, support staff at university cafes, swimming instructors, note takers, personal trainers at gym, and you get them. I will leave the list here on the screen or here on the screen, or again, I'm going to leave the link in the description box. And then we're going to take a look at off-campus jobs for students, under which you can find paid internships, industrial production assistants. I think a lot of students, even in my past school, would be in this category. Support staff at cafes and restaurants, jobs at supermarkets, sales and marketing jobs. So there are a lot of jobs you can do. And then there are also some online jobs for students. I'm sure you've heard this before, like social media, digital marketing, blog writing, website content writing, and there are more. So there are a few options for international students. Keep all of this in mind, but again, know that there are opportunities out there. It's just a matter of place, a matter of time, and a matter of your dedication. So be hopeful. The fourth thing to consider for international students as well, have good money management and save up, because there's going to be a time where you have to balance out your blocked account again, so you can be able to renew your residence permit and all that stuff. So definitely keep that in mind while you're making money, while you're spending, that leads us to accommodations. I've been talking about this for a while now. But it is possible to rent student homes or private homes. It can be quite difficult to find accommodation sometimes, which is why as soon as you get your admission, as soon as you get the approval, just look for admission, look for any possibilities and sign up as soon as possible, because there's a lot of people applying and there's a lot of restricted spaces. But I think also the international office at the university, wherever you go, they can also help you with all of this. There are pages that they have Facebook pages. I left all the links to that in my description as well, because I can't go through everything, but there are a few sites, there are a few pages that you can go on and look. The last point is to understand the German education system. I'm just here to briefly tell you the education system in Germany, so it's not of a surprise to you. When it comes to public university, those are basically free in Germany, like no tuition, but you do have to pay for like administrative stuff, whereas your semester ticket. I did a video on that where I went a little bit more deep into details, so also check that video out in my link. When it comes to private universities, of course the story is different. The prices are way higher and could be compared to schools like in the UK or the US. So for universities of applied sciences such as Rhine-Waal University, it's more focused on the practical stuff. And that is why you can find that the bachelor, especially in my school, can take up to 6 to 7 semesters, so 3 to 3.5 years, because you also have like a practical semester in between when you do like an internship or a job placement or a semester abroad. And then I think the masters are also somewhere from 2 to 3 semesters. I think my school was actually 3 semesters, so that would be 1 or 1.5 years. But depending on university, it can be different. You can have 4 semesters, 2 semesters, so it really depends. But for Rhine-Waal, it is 7 semesters for bachelor and 3 semesters for masters. Also, to the last point, I want you to listen closely. Listen closely. If you did not hear anything that I said just now, listen to this part. In Germany, in university, if you fail a course, a module 3 times, you will not be able to study your major at that university any longer. End of story. You will not be able to graduate with a degree in the major that you were studying if you fail 3 times, which is really booty, which really sucks, but that's how it is. If that happens, if you fail a course 3 times, your options would be to either find another university and study that same major, or you can stay at the university and study another major, but you're not allowed to study that major again at that particular university. So just imagine, let's give a scenario here. Imagine passing all of your courses, you're feeling happy, it is the end of your semester, you're almost done, all you gotta do is your thesis and you're done, but there's this one course you still have to take, you're on your 3rd try, you fail it again, your education just go poof, that degree is gone. Like, that's how harsh it is. That's why you have to really plan accordingly. You really have to take your studies serious and, you know, plan right, get your priorities straight, because it's not a joke. That is my advice to you. take your studies serious, because you do not want to be in your third try. Even when you're in your second try, it's already like so scary. But I must admit that sometimes it's not even the students, it's not you. I just feel like there are some lecturers, there are some professors who are overly dramatic and strict and just want to make life difficult for students and just want to prove a point and just, you know, like give them something to do, and I bet you they can't do it. I bet you. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I really thought it was important. But that was the end of this video. I hope the points that I have mentioned have given you a little bit more insight on the things to consider before becoming a student or while you're becoming a student, however it may go for you. And I hope that you will definitely check out those links, because there are a lot of important information that you can read again in details and get the exact information. But also don't hesitate to let me know in the comments any more of your questions or something you want to know or something you want me to do. Just let me know and I will get to it as soon as possible. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss another video. I love you guys so much, and see you next time.